Now, I wanted to talk about a sexual scandal in the Louisville Police Department. The Louisville Police Department is the department of police that had some officer leading to the death of Breonna Taylor, a very famous death in America, one of the many black people that have been unjustifiably killed by the police. So the police had the right to enter the home without saying it was the police that was entering, and without knocking, which obviously in America, where people have the right to own a gun and to defend their home with this gun, led to the boyfriend of Breonna Taylor just hearing nothing but the police entering his home, but not knowing obviously it was the police, took his gun and began shooting. Now, as soon as he saw that it was the police, he stopped shooting, but it was too late. The police began shooting tens and tens of bullets into the apartment, and many bullets entered the body of Breonna Taylor, and this is how she died. Now, the sexual scandal about the Louisville Police Department is something that is long dated now. The affair condemned two and one more recently officers to sexual abuses in the Youth Explorer program. What's interesting recently is that we discovered that not only the police department, but also the Attorney General's office and the mayor of the city has been helping the cops not to disclose some documents and in definitive to even erase it from their server. So the press has the right to demand directly to the police department the detailed files in which there could be proof of sexual abuses or any misconduct. And in this case, obviously, the police department doesn't have the right to refuse. He has the obligation to give those files. What the police department said is that they didn't have the files anymore because since it was given to the FBI. This was not true. They still had the file, and this is later, with the help of the Attorney General's office and the mayor, that every file has been deleted off their server for them not to be able to disclose those information. This is fucked up, but this is why we are not talking about a few bad apples. This is a systemic problem. Not only the police will never cease to defend each other's, and a police department will protect whatever police officer from whatever bad conduct, but worse than that, many judiciary department and many political department close enough to those police department will help them hide the misconduct of those police, because this would obviously poorly reflect on the city, the county. This is why this is a systemic problem. This is why we must make the police either less powerful or more accountable for the power that they have. This is why we have to make the politics more accountable for the power that they have, and the judiciary too. This is why we should do everything to separate those three entities for them not to have such close ties that make them work with each other to hide some misconduct. Again, not a few bad apples, a terribly unfunctional and disgusting system.